Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, June 12th, 2024. Welcome to my daily vlog, my regular ritual stand-up where I talk about what I've been doing, what I'm doing next, and the results of those things in my attempts to try to make content creation indefinitely sustainable. So, being a new day, let's talk about what we did yesterday, some stats, and talk about a little event that happened yesterday, shall we? So yesterday was Tuesday, podcast editing day. Of course, we were over on Twitch. I get a report after one of those Twitch streams. Here's how many people were there and how many subscribers gained and things like that, whatever. And 30 people were there over the course of, not at one time, usually about 10 or 15 tops. About 30 people showed up throughout the course of that, stopping in to say hello or renewing their Prime sub or that kind of thing. And generally just hanging out, and I had a fantastic time. We had some software trouble, and people stuck it out through that. While I was like, "Oh, I gotta troubleshoot this," and like, "Yeah, we're here. Let's just chat." It was a great time. It's why I enjoy those productivity streams, because it keeps me focused in a time when otherwise I would go, "Oh, this is broken. I'll come back to it later." I dealt with the problem. I got it fixed. So the pod was totally edited, and then actually. After lunch, I actually did the graphic edit and everything during the stream. After lunch, I did the last little markup and stuff and published that, or scheduled that to publish, and it will be out tomorrow, the work that we did yesterday. So thank you for being there for that. That was a great time. My primary focus in the afternoon then was to work on the second ColecoVision restoration video. Spent about 4 hours or so editing that. It's in great shape. I think I have about 10 running minutes. It's probably going to be about 15 or so, give or take, but I'm nearing the finish line. My target is to get that done today, which we'll talk about in a moment. I like where it's at. That producer's block thing that I chose, just start editing and see where I'm at, worked beautifully. So that was my theory. It seemed to work well, and it did. So I'm sure I'll have to do a little more, a tiny more writing and stand up to button it up and do an outro. But I have the rest of it in my head. I know how, and that's really the challenge, is to know where it's going in your head so that you can, block it out and make it happen. Then in the evening at 7 o'clock, I did a live stream. Now someone had tagged me over on X saying, "You've got to check out this game," and it was in private demo. All you could do is go to Steam and look at it. But I wrote the publisher. Actually, I wrote the software house, and they directed me to the publisher. And by the time they got back to me, it had been 2 or 3 days. They're like, "Yeah, the Steam demo is out. It came out over the games weekend, the big publicity thing over the weekend." The Yards Rising came out of that same weekend, apparently. So the demo for this game called Tormenture, which is, I think, a mashup of Torment and Adventure. It's a really cool game. You got to watch the live stream if you didn't, or some of it. The concept is you're playing like this, Atari adventure style game. You run around and talk to people and pick up keys. It looks very much like adventure, but you hit a button and you see the game on the TV, and you're in your real room, and creepy stuff is happening, and there's a haunted speak and spell, and a creepy lamp that keeps falling, and then you hit the button and you're back into the game. So it's like you're sitting in your bedroom playing this game, so you can be in the game or out of the game observing it. And look at the demo, we only saw just a little bit, but anyway, great time, really nice evening. Live stream that, I guess, took about an hour for the demo, and so much support there, so many new members, so much support on the live stream. It was a great way to spend an evening. I want to do more lives as things present themselves. Things I normally would try demos, just try them live. It's working. So that filled up yesterday. Let's talk about stats. I almost said today. Let's talk about stats first. So, yes, I'm getting there. We crossed the big milestone yesterday. We'll talk about that at the end as well. On my little chart, I would like to be right up the middle at 50 subscribers and 10,000 views average over the last 7 days. It's been crappy, relatively, and it's still crappy. About 8,600 views average over the last 10 days, or 7 days rather, and not even 25 subs, 24.8 subscribers. It's just sagging. It's just sagging. And I'm not going to adjust the chart. I'm going to leave the chart here. I want to see it grow. I'm not going to readjust my estimates. Look, if we drop off the chart, we drop off the chart. I'm going to keep pushing, because there's no point in aiming for a lower goal if that won't get us there. I'm staying where we're at. But even though we crawled staggering across the finish line. Yes, we crossed 50,000 subscribers yesterday afternoon. And you can see how slow it is, like 50,008 or something now. It's not like another 20 or 50 came since then, and just squeaking the rest of the evening. And I hear myself when I say that, because I think I remember myself as a smaller channel just a couple of years ago, and oh, you only got 25 subscribers today? Boo-hoo. I get that. I do. But it's not a hobby, right? I'm trying to grow this business, and I need a certain velocity to make it by the finish line in time. So that's why I have these metrics. Of course, I'm happy. I'll talk more about the 50K at the end of this video. Let's talk about the plans for today, though. Completion of the ColecoVision video. That's my primary plan today. I think I can get that all. I've got to get that all done today. If I don't get it done today, it won't publish this week, because I have plans for Thursday and Friday, right? So finish that. It shouldn't be a problem. I hope to have that out early afternoon. I don't know, late afternoon. We'll see. I still need to do another Celebrating Yesteryear. Luckily, I'm ahead of the curve. I have all the parts ready. Didn't get to it yesterday. Excuse me. If I can get the ColecoVision video done, then I will do Celebrating Yesteryear today. But finally, at the end of the day is a 1980s Now, every Wednesday night live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. So I'll be there for that as well. So there's like a few things of the day. Plus, I picked my Friday plays, so I'll start working on the thumbnailing for that, because I have to shoot that tomorrow. So got it all lined out. So let's talk about that 50,000. I'm not going to chew your ear off and talk a long time, but it's very gratifying to hit, obviously. Tons of congratulations rolling in. And I said yesterday, I feel odd kind of like hobbling across that barrier rather than blowing through it, but many people commented here in the comments of this vlog, just it doesn't matter how you got there. You got there. And you're right. I agree. But I don't see that 50,000 milestone as like it's celebratory, but like the celebration is done. We've celebrated it. It's time to get back to work. I really see it as it's almost like getting a college degree. Look, you invested a lot of time and energy and sweat, and you got there and you got that piece of paper. Great. That doesn't get you anything. It's how you use that diploma that really is how it can, reap, rewards and dividends. And having that 50,000 subscriber kind of a badge to wear is something that we can use to leverage ourselves with advertisers, with sponsors, with just people interested in talking to us, because if you're like, what do you got, 5,000? Yeah, talk to me when you got 10 or 20 or 30. But you can't ignore, people can't ignore that you have 50,000 subscribers. It is a big deal, but it isn't in and of itself. I commented to my buddy MC Murr the other day, I said, 50,000 subs and $1 will get you a soda at the vending machine. It doesn't have any intrinsic value of its own. And I'm not minimizing this at all. I'm really I've shared many times here how I have that imposter syndrome. I've participated in and watched live streams of what are now smaller creators in my space, and they talk about me and they go, well, we're not a big channel like GenXGrownUp. And it's still like, well, I'm not a big channel. Like, oh, I see what you see. You see the numbers and you're like, big channel. But I'm still the same knucklehead standing in the same corner bedroom in front of a bunch of toys talking about the same crap I like. It just so happens that I've been working really hard at it, So it's I don't feel that I'm not a big channel. I'm big by comparison to someone who's just starting, but nowhere near someone who, there are people much, much, much larger doing much, much better than I am. And what I see that 50,000 milestone as is like a degree. It shows you can stick to it. Just like a degree in college shows that you can follow through, like a degree. And ultimately, it's what can that degree do for us? What can that 50,000 subscribers do for us? I see as way more valuable than the number itself. Of course, I'm ecstatic about it, and I'm excited for it, and But I was equally excited to do a live stream yesterday playing a goofy game. That's the number is not the reason I'm doing it. The number is what I need to keep doing what I'm doing. And so of course, excited for it. When will we get the next 100? I don't know. Right now we're just single digits above, but we'll see as it goes. Yeah, so this is turning the page, next chapter. I saw somebody comment, "What are you gonna do when you reach 50,000?" And I jokingly commented, "I'm gonna try to get 50,001." Like it's not a finish line. It's the next leg of the race. So I'm gonna go run it. So thank you so much for popping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, if you're here every day and you also have been eagerly awaiting to hit 50,000, thank you so much for being here. Have a fantastic, Wednesday? Have a great Wednesday. Remember to do something good for yourself because you deserve it. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.